are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the...
Welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated. Disclaimer, my name is Sydney and I hope you're finding beautiful, inventive ways to illuminate your own path. Now, previously I did an episode talking about the visualization techniques to manifesting your goals. And this is a follow-up episode to that. And this is just basically talking specifically about a vision board. Now, if you watched the previous episode, that is great. But just a quick recap, I was talking about the time when I got my current car, which is a Toyota Aygo. I say current, I say previous. It's actually my previous car. But at the moment of talking, I am in between cars. So now I'll have a newer car. But back then I had a different car. But that car was a Toyota Aygo. It was 1 litre and her name is Perth. And she's beautiful, she's red, and it took me a lot of vision to get that car. I knew what I wanted and no one was going to change that. I wanted that car, I wanted that engine, I wanted that size, I wanted that year group. I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew that all I would need is just the money to get the car. And then the money came in unexpected ways and I was able to purchase the car outright. So the key story from that is I realized that I needed to have vision in order to see my ideas become a reality, because if not, you might manifest the wrong things. Your desires might not be met in the position that you want. So you need to find more inventive ways to ensure that you can visualize exactly what you want and look at it constantly until you actually do believe that you have this. Sometimes you'll say, oh yeah, I'm looking, before you'll be like, I'm looking for this car, or I want this car, or I might get this car. But if you keep on looking at this car, you'll start saying to people, yeah, I will have this car. Yeah, the car's almost here. I'm getting it in a couple of months. And I've seen it before. My friends, I remember I was speaking to one friend a few years ago and he was like, oh, I love the fact that you have a car, Sydney. I want to get my own car. I want to get this car. I want to get this much. I want to pay this much for it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. It took him 3 weeks to actually get the car that he wanted. And I would say this is a perfect time to do some introspection from times where you actually wanted something so much you could visualize it. And when you visualized it, it was only a matter of time until you got it. So I'll say do that quick exercise to see if you have subconsciously visualized something that you wanted and not taken notice or stock in that. So to create a vision board, you will need a few things. You will need a piece of paper or maybe some cardboard or even a painting easel if you like painting. And you just need to put it in a place where it's easily visible, gosh, on a day-to-day basis. So once you have that, you can also get a printer. You can also use a pen and paper, whatever you want, but you just need to make sure that it's easily seen and nothing's blurred. And whenever you look at it, you know what is given to you. So some people, they get some newspaper cuttings, they get some articles online, they print off, and they put all of these on a piece of paper, or they put it on a board, or they put it on a paint easel. Now, the visualization board serves as you working on a specific goal. Now, I know some people that have said, look, this is my life and I want to have all these things in my life. With that, there could be too much things to focus on. So I specifically work on one thing at a time, and I would recommend you work on one thing at a time, but you are autonomous. You know exactly what you want, so you don't have to listen to me. I'm just here to give some recommendations. If you work on one thing, that's perfectly fine. That way you could put loads of various pictures of this one thing that you want. It could be a partner. You could write the qualities you want in this partner, what kind of hair they have, what kind of background they come from, what their faith is, you know, what their diet is, whether they smoke or drink. You have more scope just to focus on every little minute detail. By focusing on one thing, you can focus on 100 specific parts of this one thing. But if you have 10 things, then you won't have as much energy to focus on all these things. So that's the reason I'm talking about recommendations. But when it comes to vision boards, it is fun because it actually allows you to put it down on the table and actually truly think about what you're putting onto this vision board as you're doing it. So as you're creating this vision board, you're actually creating the feelings which go alongside the thoughts, which powers it to become more manifestations in the future. So the whole process serves to make you feel like you have it already. And these thought patterns will become habits, and you will slowly, subconsciously be doing things which will get you to your desired reality and outcome. Now, with these things, there's no overnight, well, it can happen overnight, but there's no one size fit all approaches. Sometimes it might be a couple of weeks, sometimes it might be a couple of months. But make sure that you are at peace with yourself, that you have it now. And even though you don't have it, feel like you do have it now. If you want to be a millionaire, for example, start acting like a millionaire. If you want to be in a relationship with someone who's a soulmate, for example, you need to act like you're in a relationship with them already. For example, if you have your bed, is your bed messed up? Are you sleeping in the middle of the bed? That's something that someone in a loving relationship won't do. They'll sleep on one side of the bed and they'll keep it tidy. When you speak to people, when you go out on a night out and you see someone trying to talk to you, will you talk to them? Or would you actually say, no, I'm not doing that, I'm in a taken relationship? Now, I'm saying that because when I got my car, it came to a point where I was like, yeah, I am getting this car for my birthday. I'm getting this car for my birthday. And I got the car for my birthday. But if I didn't have that feeling that I'll get it for my birthday, or if I start saying to myself, oh, I haven't got it yet, or I didn't put the work to visualize it, I could have still been here a couple of years later, still waiting for that car. So you need to start living as if you got this car. You need to start living as if you got this partner. You need to start living as if you got this house. So if you want something that's bigger than just a vision board, then visit a place. For example, there's one beautiful house that is a few minutes away from my house that I like looking at. I looked online, saw the house, and I was like, that's cool, but I need to visualize it more, you know? Looking at a piece of paper or a computer screen does not give you the full picture sometimes. So sometimes you just need to go walking around and actually find things which align. You can look at the dimensions of the house, for example. You can look at the dimensions of the car. You can go to more events where you could potentially meet your person. If you want a creative kind of person, then the key thing is go to more creative events. And if you want your partner to make you more confident and make you more loving, then become that person. Become more confident. Work on your confidence. Work on your loving, and you honestly, taking from experience, you start getting into a form of magnetizing people. You attract people towards you because you are becoming the person you want to be in order to get what you have manifested. So start working on the things. You can ask for someone to make you a better person. You can ask for these materialistic things to make you a better person. But the key thing is to start becoming that person, living in that reality, and then you realize that these things will be drawn to you as a result. So that has been a new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. Please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment downstairs as well, because I want some ideas. I want you to tell me what you want me to talk about. Now, I am going to be posting regularly over the rest of 2023 and into 2024. So there'll be plenty of time for me to go through the comments and do videos on what you want. I'm looking to branch out as well, and I'm thinking, I can just have a Q&A section of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER where you ask me questions and I give you my answers. Because who knows? I might give you an idea for you to start your next venture, and that's what life is all about. Human beings helping human beings. So until the next episode, thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on finding beautiful, positive ways to illuminate your path. Take care.